What's going on, everybody? It's G-Spot here, bringing you guys episode number 2 of my new series, How to Get Better at Free-For-Alls, titled Looking Out for Number 1. Now, what I mean by looking out for number 1, I don't mean that in a selfish gaming way. I mean that more of a health and safety matter. Now, a lot of us, we spend a lot of time gaming, sitting in front of a TV, and there's a lot of things that I'd like to share with you guys to help you guys, I guess, not just game longer, but also game throughout your years, not stop because you have bad eyesight, you have poor hearing, etc., etc. So hopefully you guys take this video seriously. It's probably not what you guys are expecting, and it might be one of the first videos of this kind out there. So think of this more of a public service announcement, talking about the safety and the hazards of gaming and what you guys should be doing, and just the basic stuff, because I don't know all the things that you should be doing out there, just things that I've learned over the course of time. I'm not a doctor or anything, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Use your own judgment, and hopefully you guys can game for the rest of your lives. Now, the first thing that I'd like to talk about, obviously, is your eyes. And we spend a lot of time sitting in front of a TV gaming, and there's nothing like having all these lights, radiation, right into your eyes. So one of the most important things that I'd like to suggest when you're gaming is proper lighting. Anything too dark just puts that extra strain on your eyes. Definitely not a good idea. It could lead to, I don't know, migraines. It could lead to loss of eyesight. I don't know, like a reduced eyesight, poor eyesight, whatever you want to call it. So one of the easiest things you can do when you're gaming is making sure that the area that you're gaming is not dark. And that's simple. Put a lamp in front of you, turn on the lights in the room that you're playing. There's a lot of things that you can do, and there's no excuse for it. I mean, obviously everyone's eyesight is going to degrade over the course of time, but the last thing you want to do is increase the time that it takes for that to happen. You want it to happen naturally and not because of your gaming. Another thing that you can do is wear eye protection. And believe it or not, especially with the technology that we have nowadays, there are actual gaming glasses out there that you can wear. And what they do is they reduce the strain that you receive on your eye if you're gaming, working in front of a computer for a long extended period of time. And one of the myths that I'd like to blow out right away is that these gaming glasses, they don't make you better. I mean, it's not possible. But what they can do is allow you to play at your ability for a longer period of time. For a lot of people, that's important, especially for competitive gamers. They play at a tournament, it's like 3 days straight of non-stop gaming. You want your eyes to be as strong as they were at day one, because without these glasses, they will get tired, they will get fatigued. And just imagine by the end of day 3, let's say you're in the finals or whatever, then you're feeling the strain on your eyes. So glasses, they do help. They're built to reduce the strain in your eyes while you're looking at a screen. So it's something that I highly suggest you look into. They are kind of expensive, but it's your eyes that you're talking about here, right? And these are things that you want to have at 100% for as long as possible, until you die. So take that with a grain of salt, look into it, and that's all I'm going to say about that. The next thing that I want to talk about are your ears, your hearing. And like I suggested in my previous video about the proper equipment, wearing headphones, also what you want to do is be careful on how loud you put your headphones. We're talking about sound that's going directly into your ear, and there's a lot of people that have injuries, reduced hearing. I don't want us to go as far as saying deafness, but I'm sure it's happened. You're playing these games, shooting, explosions, grenades, rocket launchers, what have you, and all this sound is going directly into your ear, especially if you're using headphones. So that's something to definitely look out for. Make sure that you have your volume at a safe level, And even if it's at a safe level, you know, try putting it half that level, just to train your hearing to pick up sounds that are obviously there, but you don't have to, you know, blast it to hear it. Reduce it so that you could still hear it at a lower level. It's almost like training your ears to pick up on sounds that you really got to try and hear. And I think that's it's a pretty good idea. I mean, I do that a lot. Sometimes I'll even play with no sound just to make my awareness better. I haven't done that in a while, but I used to do that a lot in the past, so that I didn't have to rely on sounds. I'd rely on instinct and whatnot. So that's kind of an early tip. I'm talking about something that I shouldn't be talking about. But anyways, the level of the sound, make sure it's not too loud. Again, your hearing is important, something that you want to carry on to the day you die. And yeah, so protect those ears. Next thing that I want to talk about is your posture. When we all game, we all have different styles of sitting while we're gaming, but also remember that it's important to keep your back straight. I know it sounds still silly, and I'm sure your parents have told you this millions of times, you know, sit up straight and whatever, and you know, there's some truth to that. What you want to prevent is any back injuries as you get older, because you're more susceptible to them if you have a, you know, like a weaker back or whatnot, or if you're always in a poor posture position. So make sure you have like a comfortable chair, or when you're gaming you're sitting up straight, or if you're on your couch you're also sitting up straight and not kind of like with an arched back or whatever. Just make sure that you're taking care of your back when you're gaming. I mean, if you're spending like 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever, what have you, gaming, and you're always in a bad posture, just imagine over the course of time what effects that will have on your back. So again, I'm not talking about things that will immediately injure you. I'm talking about in the long run. Again, we're a big community here. We like to game, we like to compete. Just make sure that you're looking out for yourself. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, and it's probably one of the most important things as well, is your health in general. And I mean keeping active, you know, cardio-wise, strength-wise, your whole body. Not just because... Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is your health. You know, since gaming originated or whatever, gamers have always had that stereotype of, you know, overweight, fat, whatever there are, right? So a lot of that has changed. A lot of that has changed actually recently. You know, a lot of the top gamers out there, they engage in you know, physical fitness, and it's a growing trend that I see a lot of people doing, which is fantastic. And you'd be surprised at what physical fitness can do for your gaming. You know, it increases your reflex time, your response time, yeah, your reflexes. You know, how hard you can go for an extended period of time, which is extremely important, especially for competitive gaming. But also, it's just good for you in general. And I know a lot of us, you know, will game, we work, we have family, but at the same time, you have to understand that you got to make that time for yourself to engage in physical fitness, whether it be, you know, taking long walks, cardio, going to the gym, whatever it may be. But just make sure that you don't neglect it, because it's possibly one of the most important things out of everything that I've suggested thus far. So this pretty much comes to the end of my video. I know it's not what you guys expected. I know you guys want me to talk about gaming, but I promise that will be in my next video. It's just something that I really want to talk about and get out there, because it is important, everything that I've suggested. And again, I want you guys to be able to game, because our passion is gaming, for a long period of time for the rest of your life. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, obviously give it a thumbs down. Comments and or suggestions are greatly appreciated. This is G-Spot, out.